So, when I landed this job, I was super excited to have a 5 minute commute. But you know what beats a 5 minute commute? No commute. In fact, I get to work in a work environment personalized to me. Whenever I get stressed out, I got those bright orange sun and sand tones to bring me back to the beaches, and got awesome art on the walls to remind me how beautiful the world can be. And best of all, I can stretch out. I have three displays as well as my phone with four screens on each display. So I have 13 times the productivity with 13 tabs open on 13 I don't know where I'm going with this, but sometimes I can't find which screen my mouse is on. I gotta say, I'll be waving my mouse around trying to find it, and I just can't. I have territories and scripts printed out and post-its and dry erase boards in my work area. Um, I mean, I'm always forgetting something though because I have so many places where I write everything down, and there is nothing like listening to a deal close through my speakers. My walnut encased, high quality audio speakers that project out that booming mid and low yes whenever I close a deal. It brings so much warmth to my heart. And in the event I have a tough buying prospect, I just whip out the keyboard and serenade them. I have my saxophone as well. Careless Whisper usually gets the job done. Has converted many McAfee haters into long-term customers. Occasionally, I run into the problem of needing to change out of my PJs in the morning since, I may be on audio-only calls for the good part of the day, and my prospecting is over the phone as well. So Starbucks has helped me with forcing myself into routine in the morning, just so, instead of getting it from my house, I have to go out in front of people. That means that I have to get some regular pants on. Um, Working from home has definitely weakened that routine a bit, so incorporating that coffee run really helps me wake up in the morning. In fact, I have gotten 8 free cups from Starbucks, and they're amazing. But anyway, Fridays are bring your dog to work day. I understand now why it's not bring your puppy to work. While adorable, they can definitely be mischievous. Pups are great about helping you get some sunlight, though, and some exercise. I know I'm getting pale. And lastly, do you even lift while working? And full disclaimer, some of that video may have been exaggerated just a little bit. But Shayna, how was your experience working from home?
So my experience has been, it's had its ups and downs. Its ups being I get to see my dog almost 24/7, or I guess 45. And I also get the comfort of just being in my own space, so like in an area where I'm like familiar, because where I work and like my work environment is something that I hold like with the utmost regard. So if my work environment is not comfortable for me, then that's just not going to work for me. But aside from that, I like being able to just kind of wake up, get ready, and then sit down and work instead of having to wake up like 4 5 hours before work, get ready, and then commute a ways away to get to where I'm working. But aside from that, I think the downsides would be sometimes I am unable to focus in like when working from home, because typically when I get home from like a normal job where I'm working in an office, I usually go home and I unplug, I de-stress, and I just forget about everything about work if I can afford to that day. But being at home, you can kind of get inundated with just the atmosphere of feeling like you're still at work, even though you are at home and you still have the comforts of home. I've had a hard time disconnecting because of that. But all in all, it's been a pretty good experience. I just appreciate how McAfee's handled the whole like transitioning into work from home. And most of my coworkers, they have experience working remote, or some already work remote in their daily jobs. So it was an easy transition for them, and they also helped the team transition pretty well. So that was very nice. There's another thing I miss about being in an office, and that's just interacting with people. I know that like the virtual interactions my team has had, they're very good, and I couldn't ask any more of it. But there's something about being in an office and like seeing these people in real life and just like interacting with them, having lunch with them. That's probably something that I miss the most about working in person.
Well, we have a little bit of a meetup coming up on Friday. Are you invited to that, or is that sales only?
That might be sales only.
Man, I'm always teasing you.
No, that's
I'm
all right.
sorry. No, but yeah, it's gonna be a couple food trucks and everything. So this will be the first time that I get to see anybody that I've been networking with. And I've been doing a lot of networking, so a lot of new faces to finally meet.
You guys are like meeting in person?
Yes.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes. And I was told that they may even arrange a tour of the facility, since many of us have never stepped on foot there, except through the like application process. So I might actually get a step foot into the McAfee office, and I've been there before for the interview process. It is gorgeous. I'm excited.
Oh, dude, take videos.
Let
me live vicariously
I don't know if they'll
through
let
it.
me, but I'll try. I'll ask if I can.
Just blur out all of the confidential, the McAfee confidential information.
It is, right. I'll sign a non-disclosure agreement. No, that wouldn't work, because then I'm disclosing it. But anyway,
you can just like draw redacted bars everywhere.
Redactive bars? Yeah.
You know, like how you redact things, like it's like a black highlighter or something, or just like a Sharpie with a chisel tip.
No, right. I've read those FBI files, absolutely. Anyway, working from home is always interesting because you have those interruptions that happen, right? And at the end of the day, you know, that's just where we are, and there's no shame in there. There's just work through it and keep going. And I've seen sales calls the exact same way, where you hear like somebody's kids fighting or screaming in the back. I overheard one of I forgot who was saying this, but they had their kids fighting in the back, so they turned off the camera and went to them, fixed the issue, and then returned and continued on. You know, they had a good laugh, but ultimately they just continued on with what they needed to accomplish, because that is where we are at right now. And it's an interesting environment, but nonetheless, it's one where we're going to strive and persevere for success. So,
yeah.
Well, with that being said, Shayna, let's look forward to next week, which is going to be a fitness and health segment where we're actually going to be collaborating with Nkechi. And Nkechi has started a awesome program here at McAfee. So we'll get to know a little bit more about that next week. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.